Yeah, humble up, we all run it up, gotta get it, we all authentic, we wanna win it, struggle up, then we double up, we gotta get it, we all authentic, we wanna win it. I started from way down below, believed in myself, I made me a goal, wrote out the plan and started to show, embracing my path, I live on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. What is autism? Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by abnormalities in the brain starting at a young age. For example, for some, there is a part of our brain that triggers our speech and could take longer to develop than someone who is not on the spectrum, while others could have difficulty with balance. I struggled with both and was nonverbal until the age of 3.5 when my speech pathologist, who I still keep in touch with to this day, helped me say my very first words. Now, balance is another struggle of mine, even though it is much better today. When I was younger, I would lose my balance here and there. At this point, you're probably asking to yourself, why is he bringing up these points? Like, why talk about autism? I'll tell you. At the age of 5, I was diagnosed with autism. At first, I was confused about it since it was not fully understood at the time. As advancements in technologies grow or improves, we are able to understand or at least grasp more about autism each year. Now, here's one thing. According to the CDC, when it was first studied in the year 2000 to last year, 2021, it went from 1 in 154 kids to 1 in 44. There's one thing that makes talking about autism difficult. That is stepping out of my comfort zone. Whenever I try to bring up that I'm on the autism spectrum, I either get made fun of or I've been told it's just in my head. But no two people are the same. So someday you will meet someone with autism, but remember that they are just one person of many. Honestly, to be here in front of you today is a great honor and a step in the right direction, as I hope to become a beacon of hope for those wanting to share their stories and those who feel they don't have the support. I read something that made me want to do this, and it says, I want to inspire people. I want someone to look at me in the eyes and say, because of you, I didn't give up. I have a dream that one day the autism community will rise from the ashes and soar like a phoenix to tell our story in hopes that someone will listen, understand, and accept us for who we are, and listen to our needs as well as our wants without any judgment. I believe that life is like an uncharted road full of twists and turns, not knowing what the next one will take and what may lie ahead. We just won't know because that's life. One turn could be filled with joy, happiness, and beauty, like the Matterhorn in Switzerland, while another turn can be anxiety-filled, like the rocky terrain at the Rubicon in California. Talk about rocky. Growing up with autism has not been easy. There have been days where I've been bullied by both teachers and peers. I've been in fights, but through it all, I've learned to advocate for myself and stand up for others. However, not all days were bad. From learning my first words, thanks to my speech therapist, Michelle Winter, shout out to her. She is an amazing, and helpful person. To graduating with a degree in the medical field, I've turned the negatives into positives to push me to where I am today. And now, I am the author of my first book, Chatterbox, My Life with Autism, A Mother and Son's Perspective, which won an award. There will always be days where it's filled with anxiety and days where it's filled with joy and happiness doing the things we love. For me, I love to DJ and golf, even though it's definitely frustrating. I still love to do it when I have the time. I go to sporting events. I also do photography. And even though concerts can be overwhelming, I still love going to them. April, as you know, is Autism Awareness Month. But this month, I urge you to start leaning towards acceptance. Think about it. Awareness means you are not only aware that we're here, but do nothing. Acceptance means that you're not only aware, but also find ways to be there for us when we need it the most and accept us for who we are. We take 2 steps forward, but it seems like every year we take 1,000 steps back. And we want to live in a world that accepts us for who we are and not judge us nor discriminate us. We are not bad people, and if given the chance, we will show you that we are hard workers and that we're fun to hang out with. There is one way that you can support us, and that is by reaching out to us and hearing our story. So I will quickly give you a couple steps that will help. However, be advised that it might not work out at first. The reason why is because for some of us, if we're not up for talking, we will either walk the other way or pretend we're on the phone to avoid conversation. I do this a lot. Now, one way to reach out and hear a story is by starting the conversation by asking us what our favorite subject is. Then, after a few exchanges, ask us to share our story. Now, if they are ready to, but don't force it because it may take some time. And when you do that, you will most likely hear that we want to be supported by you and others along with what we have gone through. That is one of the best first steps you can take to help us on our path towards acceptance. Parents, I know how difficult it can be to raise someone like us. And I know there are times where you want to throw in the towel. However, with your courage and support from me and others like myself, you will be able to fight through. To us, you are our capeless superhero, fighting to help make the world a better and safer place for us. Keep up the fight, even when it seems like the light at the end of the tunnel is far away and these roadblocks keep you from reaching it. I know that even though we have a tough time explaining things, we thank you, superheroes. We thank you for being there for us at our most difficult and vulnerable times. You can help bring understanding to those who don't know autism that well. As I draw this to a close, I have some autism poems as well as quotes for moms and dads to end this speech. If you have shed some tears or about to when I bring up these poems, I do apologize. I have been known to make people tear up. But here's the first poem by Susan Logan. Here I am, locked inside my own little world. You think I don't listen, but I hear every word. Sometimes I get frustrated because you don't understand. It's not my fault. It's the way I am. I wish I could say what I want to say, but I'm autistic. So that kind of thing gets in the way. For those who don't know me, they probably think I'm out of control, if only they could play my role. There are lots of others who feel the same, a constant battle, a losing game. For those who look after me, it's 2 steps forward, but 10 steps back. Will they ever get the answers they lack? Family and friends try their best, but they're exhausted, and in desperate need of rest. Someday, I hope they find the key to unlock the peace hidden deep within me. So this next poem is from someone, but I forget who it was from. Autism. I may find it difficult to talk. That doesn't mean I have nothing to say. I may find it difficult to express how I feel, but that doesn't mean I have no feelings to express. I have autism. Communication is difficult for me, but with your understanding, my world could be easy for you. Autism, understand and accept. Please be autism aware. And finally, this was from another person, and I do apologize for not seeing who they were from. I couldn't find their name. Some people with autism may not be able to speak or answer their name, but they can still hear your words and feel your kindness. Now, these next poems are for dads and moms, but first for the moms. Autism moms. On the days you feel your worst, remember that you are beautiful. On the days you feel like you don't know what you're doing, know that you are brilliant. On the days you feel exhausted and can't go any further, look back and see how far you have come. On the days you feel you can't handle another battle, look at all the scars and be proud of the ones you've won. On the days you feel alone, know that you never are. Next one for the dads, and I feel saying some things for the dads too are important because they are not really talked about enough. So here's this one for you dads. To all of you who go to work on very little sleep to support your family, to all of you who come here or who come home after a hard day at work, but who first hug your partner because you know they may have had a harder day than you. To all of you who take your turn with the household chores, to all of you that attend many of your child's appointments as you can. To all of you who love and accept your child as they are, to all of you who have yet to hear your child call you daddy, to all of you that are lucky enough to hear it, to all of you that long for a hug from your child, to all of you that are lucky enough to get that hug, to all of you that may have cried silent tears when no one was watching, to all of you that celebrate and rejoice in your child's achievements, no matter how small they seem to others, to all of you who fight for your child to get the support that they deserve, to all of you that are your partner's rocks, to all of you that are sometimes forgotten about, to all of you that are doing all of this on your own as a single dad, to all of you, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts with love, your children and autism mamas. To wrap this up, here are a few quotes that have helped me keep on pushing forward. This first one is from Victor Hugo when he wrote the play Les Miserables. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. The next one is a great one that really helps with not giving up from Zig Ziglar. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. The best is yet to come. I have a couple more here from you. The next one is from Stuart Duncan. Autism is not a choice. Acceptance is. Imagine if the opposite was true. Now, this one is from Liz Baker, and it is a good one. Sometimes all a parent needs to know is the impossible is actually possible. Hope goes a long way when it comes to autism. Now, these next two, I am not sure who they are from, but These are really powerful. Autism does not come with a manual. It comes from a parent who never gives up. And finally, this last one resonates with me a lot. And maybe it will resonate to others as well who deal with anxiety. I don't know who wrote this, but it goes like this. An arrow can only be shot by being pulled back. When life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means it's going to launch you into something great. So just focus and keep aiming. I strongly believe this will resonate with others because even though the bow of difficulty is dragging you back, it means someday soon that inner voice will tell that bow to let go. Then you'll be launched into a life you have wanted, a life full of love and support from others. Keep up the fight and don't give up. For those of you who are not on the spectrum, I have a question for you. Are you ready to support and be there for us when we need it the most? Thank you.